Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Guild Wars Factions. So we're just about to talk to Guard Sukaru and take the Road Less Travelled quest. We've trained well, we've done everything we need to do, let us go. Seoshang Trail. Alright. This Naga Source one isn't for a little while, so we can forget about that. Let's talk to this guy, Brother P1. Alain Wraith, I've been expecting you. Many of the instructors have pushed ahead to get a jump on this plague. We must hurry to the eastern side of Xingzhe Island. We may catch up with the rest of the headmasters and stay one step ahead of the mysterious affliction. Okay, I do not know why Master Togaru requires me to perform such menial tasks. I am a monk, not a guide. But, good sir, we're going to need more than just a guide on this trip. We're going to need someone with great healing prowess. So, it's definitely not menial tasks. You will be performing at the top end of your studied abilities. Hopefully that little speech has won him round. We have to be very careful actually with this, that we don't let anyone die, because I've done this before. You let someone die and I think you have to begin the whole thing all over again. So Brother P1 definitely can't die. And we have to be careful as well, because when, like this, when these things jump down, and these things, sometimes these ones will then catch up to where these ones are, and it will all go wrong. I don't think I've ever actually done this mission when I've been at level 11 though. I think I've always sort of skipped through these things, done very few of the quests, and maybe been at level 6, and it's a real struggle when you're level 6 to get through this region. Especially when the henchmen that you have are only level 3 anyway. I should put my Kindle arrows on actually. Also, what is the one that... Yeah, see, I should have put expertise up a little bit more actually, because that's the one that's gonna reduce the amount of energy that each bow attack costs me. I see, trying to surprise me, eh? Won't work. I'm aware of everything that you can throw at me. Man, that's a big hit that is, I tell you. Plus that, with that 15 extra attack on the flame damage, it's quite heavy hitting. Might even go up a level actually as a result of this quest. Whoa, chill. We don't want to drag ourselves into a massive group of people. Got a little bit overeager there, trying to run ahead. Manted Queen level 11 as well, this is why I struggle in these areas. Oh, well, it looks like we've pulled them, just in time we killed it though. Ah, definitely Swarm. I use that all the time on my my Necromancer actually. It's such a good attack. Deals a huge amount of damage and spreads to 2 other creatures close to the original target. Brilliant in groups. Like this. Only 21 damage at this point, but I think you can get it up to like 70 or 80 damage when you're at level 20. What the hell was that? That died pretty quick, didn't it? I think they're going to come down from a tree here. Yep. Ah, nice. 2 sets. Everyone wants to join the party. That Tyre, that healer henchman is terrible. She always nearly gets herself killed. Ah, Xingzhe Key. Haven't seen any of them chests around actually. Because we've got 2 of them now, but we're going to go into an area soon where we probably won't even use them. Have we done it then? Do we just go straight through here? Ah, yes, okay. Well, that was a lot easier than I actually remember it to be. I think higher level definitely helps out quite a lot. Okay, Brother P1, give us all of our experience. If only Headmaster Amara were master of the monastery, then I would receive the respect I deserve. Now take this so I can go home. Master Togo has sent Zoe, Talon Silverwing, Panaku and that bumbling Loshar to the monastery in Jaya Bluffs. He believes that the monks there might have some knowledge that will help us combat this plague more effectively. Honestly, he sent Loshar, and yet someone of my obvious skill is relegated to the role of messenger boy. In any case, he wants you to meet them and give them any assistance you may require. Something tells me that Brother P1 is a little bit bitter. Oh, we get to have 6 henchmen now. Where are the henchmen? Okay, so we've got a guardian, we've got the deadly one, we should have a spirit one I think. We've got a healer, and let's have a shock elementalist henchman as well. Let's have a little look round Seitung Harbour, see if there's anything of any value here. I believe this is where we should be, eventually anyway, going out to the mainland from the Seitung Harbour. Okay, let's see what skills, actually you see what, based on that, let's put that down and up that. Could put Wilderness Survival up as well, it heals and resurrects the pet, doesn't it? Haven't seen much of the pet recently actually, I need to probably use some more pet skills and things to actually make it more worth my while. Okay, so what are we not actually utilising at the moment? We're not utilising Beast Mastery, so we can get rid of that. Are there any in here that are any good? I'll tell you what I do like the look of. I like the look of some of these, like this apply poison. So we can have poison, which gives... Alright, so they have degeneration for 8 seconds. We've got some traps here. I think some traps might be useful. Nature Ritual creates a level 5 spirit. All arrows deal fire damage for creatures in range. See, that's very good. I like that. So if I buy that and I buy the apply poison, although the apply poison's 15, costs 15. Like 15 energy. I tell you what, let's give it a go, right? So we'll put on apply poison. We've only got very few attacks anyway in this, so right, whirling defense, 75% chance to block, deals 8 damage to adjacent foes whenever you block an attack. Right, we'll get rid of this, and what we're going to do is we're going to put conflagration on instead. Okay, so we must remember that skill 6 is actually a nice blocking attack, so we don't have to stand there and get absolutely smashed by all of the melee attacks that are flying onto us. Where's the weapons? Right, is there any decent weapons available? Can we customise the one I've got? Yeah, that gives an extra plus 20% damage. 13 to 22. The one that I've got equipped is 11 to 17, so that 13 to 22 would definitely be better. Need 15 wood planks and 5 feathers. Longbows have bigger range, but shortbows I think are quicker. There is a flat bow as well somewhere, normally. Don't have a flat bow on here. We'll stick with what we've got at the moment. We've increased our armour, so that's enough to sort of help us out a little bit. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Next mission, which should take us into the next main quest, and it should take us towards the next main sort of mission because it is a primary quest. So looking for trouble. Find Zoe, Talon, Silverwing, Panaku, and Loshar. Loshar, I'll tell you what, that brother P1 didn't like him much either, did he? So we've got to find our sort of friends, the guys we studied with, in this region up here. Getting into a nice snowy mountain region now. quite like the snow regions. On Guild Wars 2 as well, I think the snow regions are quite attractive, quite visually pleasing. Right, there's a collector there. What are they collecting? Crimson Skull coins. Ah, the Crimson Skull. They're the pirate people, I believe. So there's Yetis in this area. We have to be careful of this because I think they're quite tough. What level is the Yeti? 13. Okay, so it's well beyond what we are. So if I put down my spirit, let's see if I can actually put it down. Yep. How much damage is this going to do? Creates level 5 spirit. All arrows deal fire damage for creatures in range. Does not affect spirits. Oh, the Tengu. Looks like the Tengu people. Well, they're not Tengu, they're Sensali, but they're basically the equivalent of Tengu. Looks like they're attacking the Yetis for us. I can't believe that costs 15 and only lasts for 24 seconds. Oops. Right, let's back off slightly, we don't want to get caught in the middle of these guys. Still got my conflagration on. I'm not sure if it's actually doing any damage though. It doesn't physically look like it's doing any fire damage, but it must be doing something extra, otherwise they wouldn't have had it as a skill, would they? Let's continue on our travels. Nice icicles, stalactites, or can't even remember what the other one's called now. Yeah, so I inflict bleeding and I inflict poison at the moment, so this is good. That was all part of my sort of what I called it the Invincible Ranger build, because it was very, very difficult for anything that was of a melee persuasion to actually damage it, or other rangers. Anything that was like monks as well weren't that great against it. The ritualists and elementalists, they were the ones that could really do damage to me. But what I did was I think I used this fly poison, and I had this hunter shot as well, and you just literally just pile on condition after condition after condition on top of the person. And you don't do actually too much physical damage. But if it's a warrior, then you have whirling defense, and you had like 2 more of these with troll unguent. And they were basically unable to do any real damage to you. Really enjoyed playing with that, actually, that build. There's some amazing builds that you can create. I mean, if you actually sit down in this game and you just sort of look at the skills that are available to you, and you sort of make use of them and you try and combine them as best you can, and in new and inventive ways, in some crazy ways that you can combine the skills together, then it can be really good fun. And I'm sure there's loads of builds out there that are just a little bit fun, a little bit crazy, that no one's actually dealt with before. Okay, so there you are. We were told to expect you, and I was quite relieved, truth be told. We've all heard tales of your exploits thus far, and we are mightily... Right, still you're waggling your tongue, Loshar, or shall I make it still? Okay, the situation is serious. Afflicted creatures have overrun the monastery. I fear we have arrived too late to save the monks within, but we must try. We will follow Talon's lead and charge when and where he tells us. Panaku, this means you. Talon, we await your orders. I will kill when it's time to kill. It is my hope that we will take them by surprise. Follow me, and when I give the orders, strike quickly. That's bad. We've just let him run off by himself. Please don't die, Talon, otherwise it's going to be the absolute end of everything. Ah, this one. This is... you've got to be very careful in this one. You can get mobbed quite severely. Right, so we want to pull these guys in. we'll put down our spirit of conflagration. Oh, well, we've just pulled everyone in, of course we have. This is what happens. Let's just deal with these ones first. What enemies do we have here? Assassins and peasants, okay. Let's get rid of the assassins first, please, because they'll do a bit more damage, I think, than the peasants. Oh! Nice gold. Gold weapon there. She's a servant. Let's pick this up before we die. Not often the best way of doing things. Normally you should concentrate on the survival as opposed to trying to pick up all the loot before you fall down, but on some occasions like this when you're not letting anyone else down except yourself, I think it can be acceptable. Right, so conflagration, there we go. Take out the elementalist first, guys, because it's going to be able to do a lot of damage to us, I know that for a fact. There's another one there, take him out as well, fire elementalist, we don't want to deal with him. Leveled up, level 12. Although you are still learning, it's clear that Master Togo places a great deal of faith in you, and I am beginning to understand why. Fantastic. Master Togo has sent Su, Sisatai, Kai Ying and Professor Guy to Haiju Lagoon to check on the status of Linkai Township. He asks that you join them when you're finished here. Aside from Su, they are not the hardiest group, and will need some help. Have a safe journey, my friend. I will leave immediately. Okay guys, so on that note and the phone ringing at a very unfortunate time, I think I'm going to call that the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.